We have a need for actually having physical connectivity. People love the opportunity to get to know their neighbors. It is so simple and so profound. People want to connect with people who live in the same place.
When I was growing up, you kind of relied on your neighbors.
This was going to be something totally new because I was going to have to knock on people's doors who I didn't know.
If I collaborate with other people, it's easier to change my habits.
In meeting with your neighbors every time, you realize that the most important commodity that you can have, if you can call it that, is your relationships with the people around you.
I think they see it as an opportunity to feel more at home in their neighborhood.
We can live as a community, not just as independent neighbors.
After 25 years of research and experimentation on community empowerment in over 200 cities around the world, David Gershon, CEO of Empowerment Institute, launched the Cool Block program in Palo Alto, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. Each Cool Block begins with a Cool Block leader, a volunteer who is ready to make change right on their block.
Being a block leader, it's really giving me more confidence in myself, being able to influence the situation around me and people around me.
Following a leadership training, the block leader goes door to door, inviting all of the households on their block to an informational meeting. At the meeting, the block leader outlines how the Cool Block program can help households reduce carbon, conserve water, become disaster resilient, increase neighborhood livability, and empower others to get involved. By the end of the information meeting, a Cool Block team is formed. A Cool Block team is made up of 5 to 8 households, either on a block or in an apartment building. Next, a Cool Block leader holds a team building meeting where each household volunteers to lead one or more topic meetings.
I really liked this kind of shared leadership where there was a different person in charge of the meeting each 2 weeks. They brought something that I wouldn't have brought to that particular meeting. When you would go around the circle and talk about what action you were going to take, I think that had a really community building aspect to it, getting information and help right on your block.
The Cool Block team participates in 8 topic meetings every other week over approximately 4.5 months.
I actually formed habits from this Cool Block experience. I usually use my bike, and that's a great thing. That's better than driving. Back when I was in Ethiopia, we really have a community-based life. We don't live, very independently like we do in America. I have this motto: I live to serve. I serve my family here, and using the Cool Block, I can serve my neighborhood.
Every household commits to taking a certain number of actions in each topic area and reports back their accomplishments at each meeting. Discussing action plans and celebrating successes creates a system of accountability that empowers households to actually change their daily habits.
It's not like we've never heard about taking care of the planet, doing things that are less polluting and saving energy, the drought, etc. But one thing is to hear it and agree with it, and the other one is to make those changes.
And I was so guilty of this that I would take, 20-minute showers a lot of times, or I would keep the water running when I was brushing my teeth, or I'd keep all the lights. I'd turn on all the lights in the house. When I went into the program, I thought, I have to do it for at least 2 weeks. Then after that, I wouldn't do it anymore. But then I found after doing it for 2 weeks that I just kind of got into the habit of doing it. And even if I got out of the habit of doing it, when I get together with my team and we talk about what we're doing, I realize I need to keep on doing what it is that I started.
At the start of the program, households are working individually to change habits within their own home.
My dad's computer, you can see how much electricity and water we use, and this is how much water, and this is how much electricity.
And what are some things we do to reduce our water and electricity use?
Just reduce me.
Use less.
Use less electricity. Turn off the lights when you're not using them, okay? That's how much water and electricity we use.
We made huge reductions in our electricity usage. And once you become aware, especially once you start seeing these serious savings, not just in money, but in reducing your resource usage, it's just kind of addictive.
I just want to learn how to track it. So we don't waste it all.
I felt it before I had a kid, but now you feel that pressure even more to leave the earth for the children, hopefully in a better place than when you came into it. You want to take care of the kid more than just about anything in the world. So
By the end of the program, the team is working together on actions that will impact their block, their neighborhood, their city, and the planet.
One of the things that we've talked about in the groups is how to organize ourselves, especially bringing together and making a community that collaborates and trades not only objects and tools, but help from one another at different times. Relying on other people, that they can check on me. It's a good thing because I might need the help.
At the meeting on resilient neighborhoods, Paul said, wow, one of the activities is some group agriculture, and I have some extra beds in my front yard, and I'd really love to have some help. Maybe we could form a community garden. And he was sitting next to Ashley's dad, Chris, and Chris said, oh, Ashley will help. And I think Paul was a little surprised because he wasn't expecting it to be a children's garden.
I don't think I'm going to get a lot of help, frankly, but I think it'll make it a much better experience for me, and hopefully it'll be fun for them.
And it's so much fun seeing it through their eyes. The cities are where change is going to happen, and we can do it one neighborhood at a time.
My dream is that we'll reinvent our cities, reinvent our quality of life, reinvent the planet, and build the future that we dream of.
I want to save the planet for future generations. I have a son. He hopefully someday will have a family of his own, and they will have a family of their own, and it just goes on and on. I want the human race to continue.
victory is just a matter of organization. And that's what this is. It's blocks organizing, which is the most basic way you can organize beyond your own household. It can't be stopped.
So just imagine the world transforming one block at a time.